So he demolished all of them to make sure that they open up. He started the drain too, it's not completed. He started the fence behind, the fence got collapsed, which he was supposed to repair. And in the frontage also, the construction he was doing was not in line with what is on document. So we told him that he should remove them and do it again all. So this was the issue. He stayed away from the site almost for, I think, for a month. No, the whole of March. I think it's within March, the whole of March. About 3 weeks, his workers were not on site. So shortly, when we called him on a meeting engagement, he came and he started explaining that he couldn't continue the works because he has some constraint. I think at some time, at some point, he wrote to us for financial bailout. All these documents are here with me.
Do you have the letter? Let me see.
Yeah, here.
We apply to tender a letter from Jalan Kolong Trading Enterprise Construction. Sorry, from Banjul City Council.
No, I think that's the letter he...
Yes, from B.C.C.
Yeah, this is the letter from him.
Addressed to Jalan Kolong Trading Enterprise Construction with the subject application for financial bailout on the Crab Island refurbishment project. Replying to a letter dated the 27th of June 2022, addressed to the B.C.C.
This is the payment request. Follow up from the payment. So this letter there. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is it.
We apply to have both letters, we apply to have these documents to be admitted into evidence and marked as exhibits. CEO.
A letter dated the 27th of June 2022, the letter emanated from Jallo Kolong Trading Enterprise Construction, and it is addressed to the CEO through the Director of Planning Department. It has the caption, Application for Financial Bailout on the Crab Island Refurbishment Projects. It is signed by Alassana Cisse, and it is copied to the project consultant. The second document is a letter dated the 12th of July 2022. The letter emanated from Banjul City Council. It has reference 46/Ostend/EU/B.C.C/73 in brackets 1/volume 1. It is addressed to Jalong Kolong Trading Enterprise Construction, and it has the caption, Application for Financial Bailout on the Crab Island Refurbishment Projects. The letter is signed by the CEO of Banjul City Council. It is copied to the Lord Mayor B.C.C, Director of Planning and Development, Project Manager stroke Coordinator EU, Crab Island Coordinator, and Project Supervisor stroke Consultant, and a file copy is maintained. These two documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/KT/006.
As the Commission places. So, what was that financial bailout for?
There is some attachment onto it.
Mr. Boja.
Yes, please proceed.
Please.
It reads, Application for Financial Bailout on the Crab Island Refurbishment Projects. Alassana Cisse, CEO of Jalong Kolong Trading Enterprise, hereby write to inform you that I have financial issues relating to my project at the Crab Island Refurbishment Works. I have problems paying my workers and suppliers to continue the work on the site.
Yes, sir.
Thus, I hereby request for your intervention to the completion of the project in the form of paying my workers and suppliers directly from the balance of the project funds for the project to be completed. This is to say, from the current stage of the project to its completion, be managed by the Council. For the ease of your intervention, the details of my workers that will be needed to be on the ground and the materials that will be required for the completion of the works are given in the table on the preceding pages. I do hope that you will find in order anyways. So was this, did Council pay him money for this?
No, that was why when he requested his second payment for 30%, I strictly recommended that he is not going to be paid.
Why?
Because he has not completed the first stage, and at the same time I have been meeting with people at the site who are pursuing him for payments, some on materials, some on wages. So when I got his application for the second payment, I said no, it is not going to happen. Then he made a follow-up request. There I called him on a meeting together with the committee of Crab Island and We engage him all in it geared towards helping him to make sure that he completes his work and get his money away.
He was the one who was paid 2.2 million altogether for 40%, and still did not complete.
No, he was paid 20% first.
Yes, $2.2 million.
Then later he was paid another 20%.
Yes.
When he was requesting for 30%.
That's for lot 3 and 4.
Yes.
Yeah. The amount paid to him was $2.2 million.
Yes, something like that.
And when you did your evaluation, you found out that
he is way behind.
Way behind.
Way behind progress.
Considering the amount of money that was paid.
Exactly so.
Is this the contractor that you said you did not think that he would have won the
Yes.
Okay. And GPPA still went ahead and
yes, still went ahead, and I have all the documents here. Yes. From GPPA, the correspondence we had with them.
May I please see those
engagement meetings we had with him on site, together with the warning letters, and we have conducted a special site evaluation of the works he has done against the payment.
Do you have that here?
I have all
May
here.
Please see it.
Wait,
Why don't you put it in the file?
okay. Where did they put this special audit report? Okay, you can take this for the meantime. Let me look at the other one.
This is not outside.
Yeah, we'll copy here. Mr. Today you have too many documents for the communications with Jalan Kolong.
You have?
So we will have a cover note for that, for the file.
Yeah, we
will
can
have
do,
a cover note for the file.
I can do that, yes.
You can work that with Mr. Kamara.
It's possible, yeah.
Right. Now, was the contract terminated? How did you end with the contractor?
It's all there. The termination and everything is all there.
Okay.
In fact, we have several engagements with GPPA at the head office.
So why do you think...
Together with him.
Why do you think it was still recommended to be given the contract by GPPA, put into consideration all the issues you have raised about Jalan Kolong?
Well, I wouldn't know, because there come a time when we had a meeting at the head office there.
Yes.
And all their senior officers were present, Mr. Tamura, Mr. Sanyang, and another 4 officers. They were all senior officers from the GPPA.
Okay.
I think it took hours of meeting. It was very tough until Mr. Sanyang has to be sent out of the hall.
Why?
Yeah, for me, I definitely suspected that he was on the side of Jalo Kolong very well.
He was on the side of?
Jalo Kolong, on the contractor.
Okay.
Definitely. I have to be very honest. I even said it there.
So now you see why you were told or indicated to you, even GPPA sometimes will appear to have to be conspiring or having some kind of relationship
Yes, I totally agree.
either contractors or the area council.
I totally agree. Because for this guy, I could remember one time when there was a day, in fact, after receiving this financial letter from bailout from him, I took the letter and wrote to GPPA and attached his letter and sent to GPPA.
Yes. Okay.
The letter reached at GPPA, I think, around 2 o'clock. Before 4 o'clock, this guy has written a reply letter. How did he know?
Before 4?
Yeah, I think the same day or the following day.
Okay. So you are suggesting that they also will normally have their contacts at GPPA?
No, they have.
They have.
They have. Because initially when we did the evaluation, I told you, some documents were missing for him to be qualified.
Okay.
But later when this document reached at GPPA, when we done the evaluation again,
okay,
he was the most responsive guy.
Very well. Now the stores, the storage facilities, that's number 9, $1.5 million estimate.
Which one? I think we discussed all that already.
Number 8 is the abattoir. We have number 9, the storage facilities.
Yeah, you already said
Yes,
that.
yes. Sorry. So for the EU project, we have the planting of the coconut trees and the inner city trees. How was this procurement done?
Sorry, before that, what about the progress reports? The progress report for Crab Island. You need those?
You have them?
Yes, they're here.
Maybe please see them. We apply to tender the work progress report. The first is June 2023. We have one for two for December 2023 to be admitted into evidence and marked accordingly. We also have April to May 2022.
The Eco Farm construction main hall lot 1 of the former Crab Island Upper Basic School, which is evaluation of the completed works, and this is submitted by Usman Job, and it's dated December 2023. The refurbishment stroke rehabilitation of former Crab Island School at Imam Omar Sow Avenue stroke Box Bar Road, Banjul. Work progress special report, June 2023. It is done by Usman Job, Jabang Housing Estate, West Coast Region. The refurbishment stroke rehabilitation of former Crab Island School. Work progress report, August to December 2023. And the final one is the second work progress report on the refurbishment stroke rehabilitation of former Crab Island School at Imam Omar Street Avenue stroke Box Bar Road in the city of Banjul by Banjul City Council stroke Austin City Link stroke EU, April to May 2022 by Usman Job, Jabang Housing Estate, West Coast Region. These four documents are admitted in evidence as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/KT/007.
As the Commission places. Yes, Mr. Touray, so the coconut trees are and the inner city trees.
Yeah. What about that?
How did you award the contracts? And who did you award these contracts to?
No, for the inner city, what I know about the inner city is I sometimes work with Peter. That was at the initial stage of the preparation of the concept note to identify the potential areas for tree planting within the streets of Banjul.
Okay. That's all?
Yeah, but I did not have the opportunity to supervise the implementation of the trees.
Did you take part in appointing or awarding the contract?
No.
You did not?
That was under the Doc Banjul.
Okay.
But for the coconuts, that one, there was a tender also for the coconuts.
Okay.
The supply of coconuts.
Do you know Omar Budip?
Yes, I know Omar Budik.
I believe he supplied and installed some LED lights.
Yeah.
Okay. What did he sign a contract with you people?
No, there was no contract.
How was he identified?
I think there was the need to replace some worn-out lights in Banjul.
Yes.
At that time.
Right.
So 3 companies were identified.
Right.
For them to bring in samples. I could remember LED Light Solution installed 2 samples around the arch, box bar end.
Yes.
Then Omar Bidik also gave 2 lights installed at Mosque Road.
Right.
Then the other company, was it? I couldn't remember the name of the other company. But for him, he said he could not bring out 2 samples. If not paid, the samples he has to bring need to be paid. So otherwise he will not be able to bring them. So we got these two companies. So when we installed these lights, people in Banjul was making the comparison. And they definitely loved the lights that Omar Bidik provided.
Did you subject this to a competitive process?
To?
A competitive process.
No, I told you there was nothing like bidding or whatsoever.
Why?
For that, I would say at that time, maybe we were trying to find out the best light for Banjul and
the best,
the good lights, the best light that can definitely.
That is why you did not follow.
No. I didn't say that. That's why we didn't follow the process.
Why did you not follow the procurement process?
No, because what happened was, I think we were working with NAWEC at that time, trying to repair the existing lights.
Why did you not follow procurement process? Is the question. Not who you were working with.
No, there was no procurement process
Why?
at that time. No, that's a difficult thing to answer, definitely, because we just took the samples from them, and after looking at the samples, we were definitely...
We as in who?
The council, that's the management itself.
Who was involved in this, how was Omar Budip identified?
How was he identified?
Yes.
I told you, I know him from Nawek.
From Nawek?
Nawek, yes, we were working with Nawek at that time, and Nawek people told me that he has good lights,
yes,
which they have already installed, and they have seen the...
He was paid 1.2 million, and he said there's a balance of $320,000. $20,000.
No, he made a mistake. It's 339,000.
Is the balance?
Yeah.
Why would there be a balance of $339,000?
Yeah, because we took some lights from him, and it was not all paid.
Why was it not paid?
At some point, I had a problem with the mayor, together with the internal auditor.
What kind of problem?
Because we were taking supply from him. I think we first took 2. Then later we went and took back 8, making it 10.
Yes.
So we put them along the same line at Muskrut.
Right.
People everywhere were talking about Banjul lighting. So we... let me come down.
Anybody who is talking about the work you people do?
No, let me come down. I know you have already not followed the due process, fine.
No, anybody who is talking about the work you people do would have been misinformed. See, would have been seriously misinformed. The EU project, the $3 million euros you guys have received.
No, it's not in the EU project.
It's not part of it.
This is purely Banjul City Council.
For all those projects,
this is purely Banjul City Council. It's not part of the EU project.
Okay, all right. For all those projects,
this was budgeted in our...
I already said okay.
Yeah.
I said for all those projects involving, including the projects you guys will embark on your own, you go to Banjul. You work in B.C.C. You yourself, you're not satisfied with the level of contribution you guys have done with respect to the monies you collect by way of tax and the monies that are really available.
Yeah.
You would not even be satisfied. Is that not the case? Is that not the case?
No, I didn't get you well.
You didn't get me well.
No. So
most of these projects were not duly executed. The money that is involved compared to the work that is done for most of the projects you guys have.
No, not in the case of these lightings.
No?
No.
You disagree with that?
I disagree totally.
You have satisfactory output.
Yes,
results.
Yeah, because these lights, I know when they were put on, and still now they are on, they have a guarantee of 5 years.
For what amount?
At $12,000 per light.
Which is very cheap.
Which in which the contractor would have to install. He will provide the lights and all the other material that is involved, together with his workforce, together with.
So it's a very reasonable amount.
For me, yes, definitely.
Sorry, Council. Mr. Touray, I just want clarification on that. Is it 12 or 20,000?
No, 12,000 per light.
For Mr. Omar, yes.
Yeah,
yes, for Mr. Omar.
The documents are here. I have them all here.
It's a question, Mr.
Yes, I just want.
It's 12,000 per unit.
Yes.
That is minus the work. That's the fixing.
It is all included.
It's all included.
The labor,
the cost of the light itself.
The truck he's come with.
Yes.
The fueling, the cables, everything together with his workforce.
Yes.
Everything included.
Okay,
that's the cost.
That's the clarity I want.
Yeah, that's the cost per light.
Yeah.
Thank you. Continue.
Yes.
I have the documents here.
Yes. It's just a question, Mr.
Yeah.
Touray. And you have clarified.
Yeah.
Is that not the case?
Yeah.
Now, you paid $12,000. Was that the best price in the market?
Well, there are other lights in the market that you can get, but not of the same quality, and they may cost less. And they may
best price
they may cost. No, he alone has that quality here.
He has the.
He alone has that. He's the sole proprietor for that,
How do you know?
quality. Yeah, I'm told by the people who work with him, Dabanani, Nawek, so many people.
Are you an expert in procurement?
Not in procurement as an expert,
But you were doing the procurement.
but I have also, no, this is not like procurement. I told you.
No, this is procurement.
We brought samples first. There was not in payment initially.
It's procurement.
Yeah, I understand.
Irregular procurement.
I understand. It's
But it's
fine.
procurement.
Yeah.
You had procured goods. It's irregular, but it's procurement. Why would you engage in this procurement? You have no. You talk about market surveys. You had a market survey for the price of this LED lights with the necessary technical specification.
Yeah, we have a market survey. That was why we were able to identify all these companies.
Where is the evidence of the market survey?
Where is?
The evidence of the market survey.
It's not something written. It's something that we have to visit their site and know what they have.
Where is your evidence of visit?
I was not alone.
Where is the evidence of your visit?
No, we have not taken any documentary evidence or photos or whatsoever, but we went there and took samples from them. For some of them who were able to produce it, samples.
Mr. Touray, you are engaged in several procurement activities.
Yeah, so because I have been in the contract committee from 2008 up to date.
No, I mean in your individual capacity. I'm not saying as a member of the contracts committee,
No,
in the contracts committee. I'm saying in your individual capacity.
No.
You
Definitely.
conducted this procurement. We had discussed the rest, the others before the break.
No, that was for those two projects. I agree.
That's what I'm saying. You have engaged in several procurement.
That's what I'm saying.
Individually.
No, that is a project designed to be carried out in that manner.
No, the project would not design that you, Mr. Touray, will be doing the procurement.
No, it's the department as they said, and I am the head of the department.
It did not say the department will be handling money and doing the procurement. The law requires that there is a procedure for procurement. Is it true or false?
Council, maybe you may not understand me, but what I'm telling you, I was in council for quite a long time, and I have been working with people that were using Impress and at that time to procure materials, which we were doing works along the highway and the I-22.
No.
And so many other areas in Banjul. No, wait, we used to buy even stocks of cements and everything, storage stored in our store.
So these are impressed.
So these were all impressed that we normally take and go and buy cement, go and buy sand, go and buy other materials and put them down there to do works.
So this impressed.
So it was not that I started it. No.
I did not say you started this.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
You are the one sitting down here.
Agreed.
Yes.
That's why when you said it was not right, it's not correct, I said I agree.
Yes, but that doesn't mean because you said I agree once for the rest we would not discuss it.
No, so you have to.
So just allow me to discuss it.
Yeah.
So Mr. Budit felt that the balance was supposed to be paid. It was not paid. He felt he was frustrated, and at some point he just gave up.
Well, that's what I said.
Was the money withdrawn?
Which money?
The balance, the 300.
No, it's not still paid, because what happened is when we started fixing the lights, I think he first submitted sublight 10.
Right.
That was fixed. Then later I was told that he should bring another 50.
Right.
That one also I think it was paid and it was installed. So he brought another 50 again.
Correct.
I think that makes it about 110.
Yes.
Then later he brought another 30.
Yes.
I think that 30, it is that 30 that we have balance of payment that is supposed to be done. Because the amount that was paid in that 30 units was, I think, about 79,000. So if you subtract 79,000 from 414,000, so it will be around 339,000.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were explaining you even had a problem with the mirrors.
Yes.
What kind of problem?
Yeah, because during the process, when we fixed this light and I think everybody was happy with the lights in Banjul, and we were progressing. So
Why are you saying everybody was happy? Did you speak to everyone?
no, Council, I have to say that because everybody was happy also in Banjul. The lights are very good.
You
I
don't
know
know that.
No, people were saying it and I heard it. And definitely I have to say it. So when I was making follow-up for his
You said everybody.
for his
That's the
payment,
problem.
no, sorry, some people were saying that.
Exactly.
When I was making follow-up for his payment, I think he wanted to have some more lightings to be installed. When the Omar Bidik said, I need to work on his payment. I went to the mayor, I started telling her, and it was bringing otherwise.
What kind of otherwise?
No, saying that the man has to continue supplying. We will pay him. Pay him on what? I said, no, already what is already fixed has to be paid. Then we can continue.
Okay.
Then he told me that you can go back and get some more. I spoke to Omar Bidik. Omar Bidik said, no, it's not going to happen. In fact, he said he has no light anymore. That was what brought the problem.
So the issue of not paying the Omar Budib is because of the issue regarding the mayors.
So the mayors decided to be together with the internal auditor to get the same lights from Dakar. I told them these lights are not available in Dakar. This light comes directly from China to Omar Bidik.
So did they bring those lights?
Yeah, to Dakar.
Who? The mayors and?
And the internal auditor and the finance director,
Their
Mr. Mamadou Kamara, Abdullah Kor, J. Kor, and the mayors.
They bought these lights from Dakar.
They bought this light from Dakar.
But
I think it was the protocol officer of the mayor that went,
who is the protocol officer of the mayor?
Margaret Samba.
Margaret. But the contracts committee did not discuss this, no?
No. I wasn't in that meeting.
How many lights? Do you recall?
I don't know whether 30 or 60 lights.
How did council pay? Do you know?
It was Margaret who went with the money, I think.
How much? Do you recall? How much was
No, unless we find out from the documents. I don't know how much, because I was totally not in agreement with buying this light from Dakar.
Yes.
And even when I was told to join Margaret to go to Dakar, I said, no, I'm not going.
Very well. Paul Silva, I think the other name is Braham Silva.
Barham, yes.
Braham?
Barham?
You recall Braham?
No, I know Basen, the name of the company.
Yes.
Yeah, the boy is called Barham, yes.
Yes. A contract was given to him. How
Yeah.
was he identified?
I think we had a meeting about this. This was long before the EU project,
Okay.
under the city link.
Right.
And we were interested in having those toilets rehabilitated and the bicycle area repairs room
Right.
rehabilitated. So during the meeting, I think he was identified by, is it teacher Mr. Job, I think, Usman Job.
Yes.
So later, I think they went with him to the site to check the toilets. Then he brought a quotation.
Okay. Now, he at some point gave you guys money.
Give?
You Katim Touray? Teacher, do you know teacher?
Teacher Job, yes.
Teacher Job, for you people to share about $40,000.
No,
No what?
not me.
But that's what he said.
Then he just said it, but not me.
Not he just said, he's the contractor.
No, I can swear back to the Quran. Not me.
You never received money from
No, from Barham.
Abraham.
I used to work with his father. I know his father very well.
That's not the issue.
Yeah, I didn't know Barham.
That will not be relevant here.
No, we don't have that connection, me and Barham.
No, you have the connection.
No.
You called him, right? For this contract. Is that not the case? Did you not call him?
No, I didn't call him for this
It's not you.
contract. No.
No, but then who was he communicating with in this?
I think it must be Mr. Job or Mr. Jones or this guy. I don't know.
But he mentioned you and teacher.
Yeah, I was supervising the works.
Yes.
I was supervising the
And
works.
so he gave you guys money for you to share.
No, I couldn't
That's his
remember.
evidence.
I couldn't remember that. No.
There was a construction of a burn wound treatment center at the children's wing.
Yeah, that one also I was supervising.
You were not? You were
I was
supervising?
supervising, yes.
Who was the contractor?
The technician at the RVTH.
How was the technician contracted? Do you know?
Well, it was the RVTH board that identified him to be given the job.
They identified their own staff
Yes.
to be given the contract.
Yeah, it's working within the RVTH.
Okay.
It's their technical guy.
All right. We have your statement for the 2nd of October 2023, Mr. Job? 2nd October 2023.
Yeah.
Do you have it with you? The copy? You withdrew an amount of $270,000 for the hiring of a bulldozer from AMCC Enterprise. You recall this, sir?
AMCC Trading.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I can remember, yeah.
At some point as well, there was a withdrawal of $12,900 in 2021. The version number is PV113 for payments made to NDMA. You also have a withdrawal of $294,455. You said it's for the fencing of the abattoir. You have, for that amount, did you retire?
Which one?
The $294,455.
Council, there is no impress that I have taken that I have not retired. I have retired all impressed.
Your statement reads, however, I can remember not retiring the impress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have already retired the impressed.
Not retired. Just read your statement again. You can read your statement on page 3 with respect to the fencing of the abattoir.
Which statement is that? The first one?
2nd of October 2023.
Yeah.
Yes?
Third page, which paragraph?
Third paragraph. With regards to the withdrawal of 200.
With regards to the withdrawal of 200,000 and 94,000.
Yes.
$450,000
Right.
is. Yeah, this was money spent for the fencing of the abattoir.
Yes.
Which was used on the purchase of welding materials.
It's also retired?
Yeah, so.
You would ask you to produce the retirements. $12,900 for the NDMA officials. Was there retirement as well?
$12,900. Yeah, there was, because that one is not money that I take away. As they work, Sunday vouchers are attached to and payment is made immediately.
$270,000 is for AMC, as you say.
That one also was retired.
Okay, you will need that. So you hired a bulldozer.
Sorry, give me the amount again. NDMA.
12,900.
12,900. Then AMCC.
$270,000.
270,000.
Right. Were those funds retired?
Yeah, so.
How did you? Who hired the bulldozer from AMC? Is that you? Was that you?
The hiring of the bulldozer.
Yes.
Now, what happened is, I think there was an issue of our vehicles getting access into the dump site.
Right.
So we decided to identify contractors that can do the job.
Yes.
So I think AMCC was identified. He came to the site.
Right.
I think Lang Karamo also was identified.
Right.
Then Tariq was also called.
Right.
So they went and looked at it together with the management. I was there myself, the CEO.
Yes.
Was it the procurement officer too? And the finance director.
Yes.
So I took pictures of the existing ground.
Right.
So when they brought in quotations, I think AMCC was given the job to do.
That's how you,
Looking-
how AMC was.
Yeah, looking at.
Is that the normal process?
No, these are emergency purposes, not the normal process.
kind of emergency?
Not the normal process.
What kind of emergency?
Because waste is inside the city, it cannot be collected. Dumping cannot be done on the site. we have a problem.
When did you get the notice?
When?
When did you get the notice? The issue of dump site is never an emergency because you guys have notice of the problems of the dump site every single time.
No, but
Don't abuse the word
no.
emergency.
Some these dump sites are not fenced.
Yes.
They are not secured.
Right. Who was supposed to fence?
And no, the council.
So why did you not fence the dump site?
No, at that time, the council could not fence that area. So they cannot fence the site
Why?
because of funds.
Funds.
Yeah.
No. You guys should not complain of funds.
No.
You collect revenue every single day.
I am telling you, so many years we have been providing budget.
What is the amount that was allocated for the fencing? Which amount can you remember?
Even those amounts cannot even
Just
fence it.
tell us.
They are in the budget. I cannot remember all.
No, but you can remember one.
And we did submitted some proposals to Austin at that time within the city link to have that area fenced.
You were abusing funds. That is the reality. You were not following procurement regulations. So the monies that you guys had with you were being abused.
But nothing was done at that time.
What do you mean it was done at the time?
We proposed for fencing, but no fences was done.
No. But
The monies were used somewhere else.
yes,
Yeah.
they were mismanaged.
No, I cannot say they were mismanaged.
If you don't follow the procurement rules, what would you say? The idea of having rules is to make sure you save the best possible.
No, these were only budgeted for. There was no procurement at all.
No, I'm not saying
No, there was no
there was
procurement.
money allocated and spent on the fence. I'm saying you cannot achieve that because you are mismanaging the funds of council. Where you are supposed to do diligence, follow the requirements of the law, do a proper competitive bidding to have the best price, value for money. You don't achieve value for money, and so you waste public funds.
Anyway.
For all these contractors you were hiring by saying that you had an impress because it was emergency, you were paying far more than you were supposed to pay, and people were benefiting. That is the reasonable suspicion.
No.
Of course.
No, I disagree.
Of course.
I disagree.
Then why not follow the rules?
No, I disagree.
Then why not
Definitely.
you can disagree, so it's okay. But why not follow the rules then? It's not like as if you don't know.
No, not that we didn't know, but some of these things come at a time when definitely you were under pressure.
Not true.
So
The law has requirements for
Council,
emergency
that's the truth.
expenditure.
Because the time that this AMC was taken to the side,
Right.
trucks were loaded with waste for more than a week. They are starting.
You have a
They
dump site
couldn't
manager.
get it into
You
dump
have a
site.
dump site manager.
Dump site manager just recent.
You should have one. You should have people that are working in.
We
the
should
area.
have it
You
at
should
that
have
time.
Enough information to know the problems that are. We all know the problems.
No,
of
it was ordinary laborers that were posted there. So there was nothing like a manager
the problem
before.
with the area council is you create problems
Yeah.
and you feed on them. That is the issue. So you feed on them. That's the issue. So the issue of funds, there is, if you are to have money in your possession, you should follow the guidelines as per the financial manual. And that is not done. You have admitted to that. Is that not the case?
Yeah,
So you end up spending, not okay. You can disagree, I have no problem with that. You end up spending more money than you are supposed to in one way or the other. And
Yeah.
that is what.
that is the case definitely
That's the
sometimes.
case, of course.
Because the time you are supposed to do it,
Yes,
if it is not done at that time,
yes.
definitely you have to spend more than what you are supposed to spend.
More money. And also, you open the floodgate for corruption.
No, I don't know about corruption,
See,
definitely.
Mr. Touray, you may say, nobody will say they are corrupt.
No.
But if you don't follow the rules, you open the floodgate for corruption.
No, Council, maybe you may not understand me, but
I don't have to understand you. You're
definitely,
saying that I don't.
I am not into those kind of things.
No,
definitely.
no, Mr. Touray.
Definitely.
Mr.
Sure.
Touray. You cannot sit down here with the position you occupy, not a very minor position, the position you occupy.
That is what you may think. Definitely.
I know.
But no.
That's the evidence.
Which evidence?
The evidence is that you had flouted the rules on numerous occasions.
That's bound to, yeah, that's possible, definitely.
As a director of
because
planning.
I am not the only one. I am not the one making this one alone.
I agree.
Yeah, so
all of you people at that level had been constantly flouting all the rules.
Sometimes I definitely work under pressure. If I am told that some of this thing has to be done ASAP, the only way I could do to make sure that
if you overpay AMCC Enterprise, how will anyone know?
No.
Know what?
These machines are all over. What Tariq will charge you is almost equivalent to what AMCC will charge you. It's just a little difference.
That is your oral evidence.
Yeah, so
where is the document? Where are the invoices to show that you have compared? Where are the contract
they are all attached.
meetings?
They are all attached there.
The contract committee meetings.
They are all attached.
You have contract committee meetings.
Yes, they are all attached. Yes.
For this.
Yes.
AMCC. So
all
why was payment made to you?
All the domicile landscapings.
Why was payment made to you in your name? Are you the contractor?
No, reason being,
yes,
I can explain that very well.
Go ahead.
Because I have got several instances where these people are made to work.
Where?
Where these people are made to work.
Yes.
They will finish their work and they will be making follow-up to their monies.
Yes.
Running up and down just like Omar Bidik.
Yes.
And the monies will not be paid.
Okay.
So me also, I have somewhere to stand and say, if I didn't get the money in hand, I will not bring a contractor.
You are not the contractor.
No, wait. Because I normally have problems.
You are not.
I had Omar Bidik here. He said he has followed me, frustrated, and you asked him whether I asked him to give him money. No,
Mr. Touray is
that was not the case.
Mr. Touray is neither the contractor nor the area council.
No,
you are neither the contractor nor the area council.
But I was the guy responsible at that time.
You are not responsible to also deliver payment. It's for the area council. You say you are an employee. You are an employee of the council.
Yeah, employee of the council given responsibility to make sure that those works are done.
So here we are. You have received money, and we need to see the retirement because we don't even know whether there's a deal that happened behind closed doors.
You can engage AMCC.
No, bring the retirement.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can engage him before even that.
We can what?
Engage AMCC. No. He has his technical team. AMCC as the manager is there.
Let me just show you a voucher. We have a voucher, $400,000 is paid to you. Katim Touray. Says cash impressed for the hiring of a shovel. And how can they give you cash impressed of $400,000? Who does that? Who does that? That's not normal. Mr. Touray.
These were all works to be done in various areas.
There's a process for this.
I could remember that very well.
There is a process for this.
There were indiscriminate dumping in all over around Tobacco Road, Box Bar, so many areas.
Not normal.
So, I know.
Hold $400,000 is in your hand and make effect payments.
But Council, I have accepted that. I said when I got engaged with the external auditors, when they took me through, I would understand that I should not have done that. I agree with that.
Forget about this is you giving your evidence. You see, the reason why I am bringing all this is because I had told you were engaged in several procurement, which were very irregular. Your name had been mentioned when it comes to B.C.C, you, Bacheli, the mayoress, time and again.
But remember,
I think you guys own the area council.
But remember also the person I host.
No.
So many works are passing through me too.
Not the position. So, it's because of your activities.
So I have to engage in so many things.
It's because of your activities, your unlawful activities, the three of you, and together with the director of finances. That's the reality. We say it.
No, me, I will not definitely. I will not definitely call it unlawful.
These offices as if it is yours. That's the reality.
Definitely.
Why would you not resort to the financial manual? Tell me why.
I did. I think I'm very clear here. I told you I was not making reference to the financial manual. My.
That's not the question.
No,
why will you not resort to the financial manual? The three or four of you, director of finances, you the director of planning and development, the mayoress, the CEO Bacheli. Why would you not adhere to the regulation.
But we have not done anything that is not discussed also at the contract committee level or at council level. We have not done anything on procurement that is not discussed at the contract committee level or at the general council level.
Look, even if you have a meeting at the contract committee level, you cannot have $400,000 in your possession. That's not normal, Mr. Touray.
Yes, I agree.
The mayoress cannot be having money in her possession anyhow. That's not normal. Deciding who you pay, who you not pay, who you will not pay. You yourself, you had said that even some of the contracts they were imposition by the mayoress.
No, that's a different situation.
It's the same. It's procurement.
That's a different situation.
It's procurement, my friend. We are just talking about procurement.
I agree the process is procurement, but the situations are not the same.
No, there is no one. There is no same situation in what they have in common is the money involved, the public funds that are involved, and the manner in which they are to be expended is just one. The law is follow the manual, follow the law, follow the act. You know what is really the problem? All of you people knew that what you were doing was wrong. You knew it. All of you people were aware that you were flouting the rules. You knew it. It's a different ballgame if you had no idea. You knew these things. But you were too powerful, all of you people, based on your individual interest. That's the reality, my friend. We say it.
No, for me, definitely, I don't see that way.
Let me give you this voucher. $400,000 is paid to you by way of impress. It says cash impress for the hiring of a shovel and 2 trucks for the clearing of illegal dump sites within Banjul.
Yeah, I've seen that with the investigators.
You see, you now see it from the chief investigator. Do you understand that? So just see the voucher, and you can reply to any question that has been asked. Yes, you recognize the voucher?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yes.
Where was the money paid to you?
That's what I'm saying. I was supposed to carry out some works within the areas that are listed here.
What procurement method was given to you?
What?
Procurement method did you adopt?
There was no procurement method. We just collected quotations.
So how sure are we that you did not have a kickback?
You may think of that, but for me, I definitely knew that. No. Let me come down. I definitely know between me and God.
You think
I said it here, but you will not agree.
No.
I have nothing to do with this guys. All what I was interested was to make sure that these areas are clear.
You genuinely think I want to sit down here and want to think that wish that you.
No, you may not agree, but that's the reality on the ground.
No, what I'm saying is. I wish that you were doing the right thing. You understand that? And I will want to believe that there were no foul play done.
No, definitely.
No, I'm saying I will want to believe that.
Yeah.
Why will I wish you bad? You are the one who was there, not me. But the question now is for you to provide the evidence, because you have laid down rules as to what you should do.
Yeah, I'll look for the retirement.
You guys did not do that. You guys took $400,000. But where is evidence of payment to the contractor?
I could see here these leaflets were detached completely.
Look.
So some papers may be missing.
Mr. Touray, you see, this is the problem. You don't do what you are supposed to do. You're not coming here saying that some leaflets were detached.
It's very clear here.
What was detached there?
Because I could fully remember retiring this impress at all, completely.
See, retirement is last. Retirement is the least problem. Because you can even come and retire something that's very convincing. The problem is do things the right way in the first place.
Yeah,
the problem is you, Mr. Touray, you should not be having this money in your possession in the first place.
Council is agreed already.
Yes.
Yeah,
so don't be here and you have a cash book. There should be a system. These are just vouchers. So if there are retirement, there should be an impress ledger. Is that not the case? Do you know about that?
No, I didn't know about it.
There should be an impress ledger.
I didn't know.
And you have been given several impress. Before you are given the other one, there should be a proper retirement. It should be recorded in the impress ledger. Even if one paper is not there, the impressed ledger will have the necessary information.
But then I told you, I have never taken
I'm
another.
the issue that you're trying to raise, that there may have been papers that have been detached. I'm just saying, even if we don't see the voucher, the idea that we know that you receive 400,000 alone is sufficient. All the information can be traced in the other books of accounts.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
that's how it works. Go and ask your finance director. It works. Why would you have 4,000 in your pocket? Why? Is this your area council? That's not your institution.
no, it's not my area council. I was assigned to do job.
The law says you pay directly to the supplier or the service provider. You cannot hold money. Is that not the case?
But I told you the reason. The reason was that these people were made to work. There are several instances where they were made to work. Let council. It's my concern definitely, because when those people, I made those people to work and they are not paid, they always bother me on telephone calls.
You see, the idea of I is what you should really.
No.
But hear me out.
We have to be honest here. Somebody must be responsible.
The area council will be responsible.
The area council, who?
The area council is an institution.
It is an institution, but somebody is occupying the person too, responsible for the works.
Hear me out. If you have a contract with the area council, any supplier or this person, you have a contract with the area council. That's why you register. They know what to do. Can you make it as a matter of must that the area council must pay? Do you have those powers?
I didn't have that power.
Exactly. But if you give a contract to a private individual for your own private business, then you can sanction payment. You are neither the finance director nor the CEO. You don't have those powers. You are not even vested with payment powers.
Yeah, knowing very well that I don't have the powers to sanction payment, that's why I requested the money.
It's
and
the benefit
having the money will make sure that when the guy is done with his work, it's paid directly.
It's the benefit that you guys have. That is why you are so particular about money. You receive money. It's the benefit that you guys have. All of you people. It's the benefit you have from this. That's why. That's the only reason.
No, it may be the different way.
You recognize those vouchers?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. I'll give you one with respect to the purchase of mobile phones.
So what's the problem with this?
I will tell you very, very soon. Let me first have it admitted and we can discuss it.
Okay. But this one has a receipt already attached.
It has a
receipt already attached.
Meaning? What does that mean?
That it has been paid
to
MJ Mobile.
Who paid?
This was done by the procurement officer, not me.
Not you?
No.
You only raised the request?
I raised the request for my phone to be replaced.
Okay, we will discuss it. Just give me the... If you haven't made any payment, then you can just say you did not.
I have not made any payment.
You didn't receive money. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
You'll have your opportunity to... We apply to tender the following vouchers. Only vouchers.
This was 10,000, yeah.
This for me. Talk about what time I was supposed to
Take a look.
You go outside. That's really tired.
Yeah, this is for the bulldozer for AMCs, yeah. But then, Council,
Yes, sir.
my problem is some of all these documents, even the invoices are not even attached.
These are your documents. You can go back and...
But I cannot prepare requests when I don't have invoices at all. Invoices, all invoices were attached, and when the time was done, receipts also were attached.
Yes, my point is, you can always go back and discuss that with the finance department. But
Seriously.
what you are highlighting is just one of the problems. We have we applied to tender a voucher. The number 21000759, a payment of $294,455 is to Katim Touray. Number 21001040, $27,000 is paid to Katim Touray. 22000466, a payment of $10,000 is paid to the witness. 21001368, $135,000 is paid to the witness. 21000442, $400,000 is paid to the witness. We have $15,000 is paid to MJ Mobile Tech. All to be admitted into evidence and marked as exhibits.
Six vouchers identified, and these vouchers are in the name of the witness, that is the payee's name, being Katim Touray. These six vouchers are admitted in a bundle together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/KT/008.
As the commission places.
Six vouchers.
Let me just ask him questions. Mr. Touray,
Yes, ma'am.
you, in your earlier evidence, you indicated that two contractors were identified, that is Ecofarm and Jalokolong Enterprise, for lots 1 to 4.
Yeah.
That is the projects
Yeah.
at the Crab Island site,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, what about MK Construction? Was it not part of the contractors that was also contracted?
MKA came later. That was when Jallo Kolong defaulted.
Now, the exhibit LGC/BCC/KT/007, which are the reports that have been produced by Usainu Job. These were reports produced in 2023. I think it's just one that is produced in 2022, April to May, and the rest are for December 2023, August to December 2023, and June 2023. Now, my question is, going through these reports, why was there duplicity in the payment to different lots that were given to Jallo Kolong and Ecofarm? Going through this,
You said there is duplication?
there is duplicity.
No, I don't think so. Because ECO was given the fencing when
I will give you this and show me, because
When-
I see that in lots 1 to 4 there is the identification of what each of one is supposed to do,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you could see that D, F, G, and E
Yeah.
is the same D, F, E, and G that is being done by another company.
That's what I'm saying. These were given to Jallo Kolong in lot 3.
Yes.
But he couldn't do those works at that
Please
time.
identify as at what time in these reports that MK was given to do this. Because my understanding, I may be wrong, so that is why I want clarification, whether this was not given simultaneously when Jallo Kolong was given to do this work.
No, ma. Jallo Kolong was terminated
Yes,
around...
refer me to the documents.
No, let me tell you.
Yes.
In the documents here, when...
Please refer me, you as the development expert, and these reports were handed over to you. I presume that you read these reports.
Yes.
And you can tell me at what point did you people contract MK Construction to do the same lot that was given to Jallo Kolong to do? Mr. Touray, we will give you time to look at that. Please note what I am asking you. Note the question.
It's just here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I have it here. MK, I think he was contracted around the 14th of November 2023.
2023.
Yeah, when
Please refer me to the reports, because
when
that is here.
Jallo Kolong was already terminated.
Yes.
That is why in this report,
Yes.
you will not see Jallo Kolong in this report at all. You will only
Please show
see,
me.
even in the front page here. This is lot 3 and 4. This is MK Construction.
Can we see the document that contracted MK Construction?
Huh? Yeah, so it.
Can we see the document that contracted MK Construction?
For lot 3?
Yes, you said MK replaced MK Construction replaced Jallo Kolong.
Yeah.
Where is the document?
That's what I'm trying to.
How many lots
Yeah,
were allotted to?
The document is here.
Yes. Please provide the document. How many lots were allotted to Jallo Kolong?
Two.
Which ones were there?
Lot 3 and lot 4.
Please give it to him so that we admit it.
We applied with the contract agreement between B.C.C and MK Construction.
The contract between CityLink Banjul Ostend and MK Construction Company, dated the 30th of March 2023, is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BCC/KT/009.
As the commission places.
Council, you may proceed.
Yes, just for the vouchers we have admitted. So today we have an amount of $10,000 that was paid to you for refreshment, food, water, and other logistics for the team engaged in the installation of the LED light system in the street of Banjul. Do we know what was purchased, all the retirements? Will you produce them?
Yeah, I'll ask the procurement officer because he went to buy those things for me.
$135,000 is paid to you?
I was busy on site. He went to buy those things from Alibaba, I think, for us.
$135,000 is paid to you for as cash impress for the hiring of bulldozer for dredging and landscaping of Mile 2 West. You wrote the request. It reads, request for impress for the hiring of bulldozers for the dredging and landscaping of Mile 2 West dumping site as part of the Council's general management and upkeep of the Mile 2 West dumping site is to ensure that the site is prepared during the rainy season. A proper dredging and landscaping is done that will facilitate the smooth movement in and out of the site without any difficulty for our waste collection trucks. After a site visit and consultation with the cleansing services overseer, I was made to understand that our new trucks has already started having difficulty in accessing the deep deeper part of the dump site. And as a result, a lot of waste collected daily is dumped just at the entrance. If not dredged, they will not be able to have space after a week. This has prompted the immediate need to hire the service of a bulldozer, a heavy duty, that can properly dredge and create a good landscape for easy access into the sites. I hereby request for an impress of $450,000 for the hiring of a bulldozer. D8 type, $50,000 per day for a period of 9 days. You see, this is what we have. Do you have what informed you of the amount you're asking for?
The
$50,000 per day.
The cost per day of the bulldozer.
What method of procurement did you use?
No, I told you, these are all things that we got requests from the overseer, and we went on site to look at the situation. I took pictures.
Yes.
Then we come back and have a management meeting.
Right.
Then I am asked to identify these people to come over site.
But the pricing, how did you come up with the price?
Each of them has his own price.
Yes, but how do we know? We know some will give it out for $35,000, some for 30, some for 25.
Yeah,
how do
yeah.
you come up with $50,000?
And that is how we selected them. Not that I just went there and pick this guy and bring him. No.
You just went and
there and pick him and bring him. No. We made a phone call to them to come to the site.
How many people?
I think there were 3.
Where are the invoices?
That's what I just told you. I am not seeing any attachment onto them.
Because you are not supposed to do the procurement, my friend. That's not your job.
What date was this?
That's not your job. 2021 December.
No, I was working with the procurement officer.
You were?
Working with the procurement officer.
You were employed as a procurement officer?
Working with the procurement officer.
Where is your letter?
Which?
Your letter redeploying you to the procurement department.
No, I'm not saying I was the procurement officer. I was working with him, I said.
Where is your letter instructing you to work with the procurement department officer?
No, it's the management that assigned us to work together.
Where is the letter assigning you to do that?
No, there was no letter for that effect.
Mr. Touray.
Definitely.
Mr. Touray, I told you you were engaged in several procurement activities.
Yeah, Council, I agree.
And that is not correct. That's fraudulent.
No, it may not be, but henceforth
you wrote requesting for the impress. The CEO approved another fraudulent activity.
No, that's
knowing fully well what the law says regarding this. What do you want to say?
No, I told you that at that time this department was under me, and I have definitely request has to come from me, definitely.
What has to come from you?
Request of this works has to come from me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the request. I'm talking about payments made in your name.
Yeah, I think that is already discussed and exhausted, I believe.
It's what?
Already discussed and exhausted, I believe.
It's already discussed and exhausted.
Yeah,
That what? What was already discussed and exhausted? That money to have appeared to your name and that's wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Where did the money go to?
To
who?
People that did the job.
How do we know that?
There were documentation attached to
where are the documentation?
I couldn't see them now, definitely.
See, this is the problem.
The request.
Come again?
I don't know what removed them from the request.
Remove what?
The receipts and invoices that were attached into those documents.
You see, we are talking about
none of them is having any attachments.
We are talking about one thing, you're talking about the other. The first issue is you, Mr. Touray, you are supposed to stop where your tab of reference stops.
Yeah, so.
Number one. Number two, now that you have gone beyond your job to make money your business, you are supposed to do it the right way. There are different types of procurements. Which one did you adopt? You said no, you did not adopt any method. The law says you must adopt one method, and it has to be approved. The contracts committee must sit over it. You flout all those rules. Now money is given to you. Is that not the case? Money was given to you. Now have you even paid the money as per the market value? The answer is no. You don't have evidence of market survey. Correct?
No, we have.
Where's the evidence of market survey?
No, maybe, that's what I'm telling you. Maybe it's not documented, but we have.
See, if it was
no, these companies are all over here.
No.
All we do is to make sure that we call them and know,
Market survey
bring
is
them
a
on site.
requirement. Do you know that?
I know it's a requirement.
Exactly. And it is documented. Do you know that?
I know.
Why must it be documented? Why can't you just draw sketch plans in your on top of your head? There has to be documents. You are dealing with an institution, my friend. Is that not the case?
No, maybe at that time we couldn't do that, but I wasn't alone in the process. I was there with some other people, some other.
Do you know what the law says regarding minor works? Let me read to you. It says, even for the ones you were doing, it says minor works as per the financial manual. This will be the amount payable for repairs and maintenances of buildings, vehicles, and other equipments. For the other minor works you were doing, that the procurement of such services should follow GPPPA Act and its rules and regulations. The works or services to be done should be well specified, and approval of the CEO obtained before any contract can be entered into by council. As soon as the work or service contracted has been concluded, or where the work is to be done in stages, at the completion of each stage, the Director of Planning and Development, this is where you come in, this is where you should stop. That's your job. The Director of Planning and Development should certify that the work has been satisfactorily done by issuing certificate of stage or final completion. Have you been doing this?
Yes, anytime we finish works,
have you been doing this, Mr. Touray?
Yes, we have been doing
it. You have issued all these people either a state completion certificate or job completion certificate. You have done this?
You may call it certificate, you may call it progress report, because whenever they are going to pay their finance payment, we prepare a progress report.
Is different from a certificate.
And photos are attached.
It's different from a certificate. Have you been doing this?
Yeah, I've been given some certificate, not all of them. Yeah, not all of them. Yeah.
Few.
Not all of them.
Few.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, not all of them.
No, few. Agree with the few.
That is what I said,
exactly.
not all of them.
No, you've already answered. We move on.
Yeah,
so you can't even do your job. You are busy collecting money, which is not your job. You can't do your job well. You did not do your job well. Your job is to supervise. Your job is to observe. Your job is to oversee. Your job is to make sure things have been done right. Stop there, my friend. It's as simple as that. You have no business with money.
But Council, I told you here that the reason why I get involved into collecting money is because people have been used to do works and their payment is becoming a problem.
I told you the law doesn't allow that.
And I am responsible, so.
Yes, you are responsible. No, you are responsible.
So I cannot be running around for single payment all the time, every time.
Nobody asked
for work that has already been completed.
That is the job of the CEO and the Director of Finance.
No.
You deny that?
They have not been doing it.
That is not.
And this will always come to me.
Mr. Touray, is it your job to effect payment?
That's what I'm saying. It's not my job to effect payment.
Is it your job?
It's not my job to effect payment.
Good. Stick to your job.
So?
Simple. Okay. You are only interested because it's money, my friend.
No, definitely.
Yeah, you can say no as much as you want.
I will not.
So that's what the law says. And it says, when the authority of payment has been received from the CEO, a payment voucher giving full details of the work done or service rendered will be prepared by the finance staff and processed in the usual way. Do you know what the usual way is? To pay the service provider. Not you. Not you. You see, we all live in Banjul here. We all know how it works. Today. All of us, we know how it works. It's time to correct the system. We all know how it works. You have been saying that you can hold the Quran and swear. You cannot say. You know what you cannot say? That you have never had a dalasi from any contractor, even by way of, even if you don't ask, but they will be giving you. That you cannot swear.
You think so?
You cannot.
Give it to me also.
You cannot swear that you have never had a dalasi from anyone.
I will.
You cannot swear, my friend. Let's proceed.
I will.
So now this $1,500 is on the side. We have $27,000 payments made to you for disbursement of cash impress allocated for the cleaning and clearing of the drainage system. By the way, did Lankaramo finish this job? If it is Lankaramo, this This dressing of the dump site, was this done?
Is it dressing or composite drain? I think it's composite drain.
Dredging and landscaping. The $135,000.
Yeah, it was completed.
Do you have the certificate?
For long? No, I don't think. I think it's the progress report that was written.
Forget the progress report. That's for you. Do you have the certificate? You don't have a certificate. So how would we even know it was done?
No, we took pictures before and after, attached to the
Before and after.
Yeah.
Pictures is not what is required. It's not what is required. We do what is required. $27,000 is for cleaning and clearing of the drainage system at Combo Street.
Yeah.
Again, request raised from Councillor Mahmoud Sisi. Payments made to Katim Touray. Do we know where the work is done?
Yes.
Or is another conspiracy to just have money?
No, it was done. I was
Where
there.
is the evidence, my friend? Where is the evidence?
I just looked at that. I saw it is only one picture attached. And the pictures attached to that brochure was more than 10.
Let me show you one thing. Just hold this picture.
So I don't know how those things were removed.
No, don't worry. Just hold this picture so that we will put the issue of the picture to rest. You seem to be relying on it a bit.
What happened?
When was that picture taken?
This was before the works.
No. As per the picture, when was it taken? Date.
No, it's that's the phone. Maybe
You had told me there's a picture attached. Now, when was that picture taken?
Maybe it didn't appear here, but if you look at the phone,
if it appears, just say it appeared.
Now, what I'm saying is, if inside the phone,
Do you have?
any day you take pictures, dates are
We
there.
are talking about the picture that you have attached. Do you have a date?
No, this one didn't have a date.
We don't have a date.
No,
So we don't know
because-
whether it was taken a year before or a year after.
No, what happened is, look at the picture.
Going by the, I don't know.
No, look at the picture. It is so many pictures been printed in one sheet.
All right.
So automatically it might be excluded.
That's not my point. My point
yeah.
is the picture alone does not give us enough information
Exactly so.
to know the place, the exact place, the time, the date. Is that not correct?
Yeah.
Good. You see, that was why when the law says do this, do it that way.
Yeah.
Don't do it your way. Because your way is not the recommended way. People sat down, decided that this is the best way for accountability. And you decided no, you have your phone. You'll use your phone instead. We have Mr. $294,455 for Impress for the procurement of welding materials for the perimeter fencing of the new abattoir. The money was paid to you.
That was already noted. It's already noted.
It's already?
Noted.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it was discussed. It's already noted here.
Okay, I haven't discussed the voucher as it is.
Okay.
It was discussed as per general statement.
Okay.
The request was raised by you, request for Impress for the procurement of the well materials. You have the item, 44mm rods, the quantity, the unit cost, and the total cost. Workmanship, $85,000. Grand total, $594,405. How did you arrive at these figures?
By taking the market cost.
Where is the evidence of the market cost?
That is what we used to make the budget.
Where is the evidence of the market survey, the market cost?
No, that's what I'm saying. That was, we contacted the...
Where is the evidence? Is the question, Mr. Touray? See, it should be easier.
No, it's not written at all.
Where is the evidence? I have it or I don't have it? Do you have it?
That's the budget attached to
Do you have the evidence of the market survey?
That's the budget attached to it.
No. Do you have the evidence of the market survey?
Yeah, it should be there.
It should be where?
I could provide that.
Okay. All right. So now, these prices could be wrong. There could be an overpricing. Or you yourself may even genuinely...
Overpriced.
Yes. By either you doing it intentionally or you have been misinformed.
No.
Is there a chance that you are misinformed? That you have put
No, because I don't assign anybody to do that for me. I always make sure I go to Buildia myself or I go to Batimar myself and make sure I get all the
Who said you are trusted? Who said you are trusted, Mr. Touray? Who said that if you do it yourself, then there's no problem? Who said that?
No, you may not trust me.
We don't have to trust you.
But I definitely know that I will not overprice because I know the area is not too big for
That's
people.
not your job again.
It's easy for people to justify things.
There should be a process for this.
Yeah, I understand.
And you flouted the process. And you are giving more than $500,000.
No,
and you come up with 4 figures that could be fictitious.
No, this was all under the same project that was being implemented.
That is what I'm telling you about.
Yeah, that is it.
What I'm telling you is if you disregard procurement process, you cannot justify the figures. True or false? True or false?
But then,
if you disregard the procurement process or regulation, you can't justify the figures. Is it a true or false statement?
no, I understand that's the correct
Is it
procedure.
a true or false statement?
But procurement also
Is it a true or false? Answer the question. Is the statement not true? You can't justify it because you disregard the process.
No, it may be.
It may be true.
It may be.
All right.
It may be not true.
No.
Definitely.
If it is not true, say it's not true.
Yeah, because there are instances that I have seen procurement officers also doing the same thing that you are talking of.
Let us limit ourselves.
Procurement officers also doing the same thing they will give you cost that you will definitely, when you go and verify, you know that it's inflated.
Yes, that's why you do it by yourself, so that you will have the money for yourself because you have seen them do it. I did not say the procurement officers are holier than thou. I never said that. I said, but at least it is their job to do it.
Agreed.
Yes, and so therefore they will be held accountable. But you left another department, come to procurement department, was conducting procurement, receiving money, and you can't account for it.
No, there is no money that I receive that is not accounted for.
We are waiting for
these welding materials were purchased, the railings were manufactured, even the remaining railings could be found at the welding workshop presently.
The law requires that you must conform with procurement regulations.
Yeah, it's the method that's
not the method. The method is flawed.
But the materials are
because
definitely
the
procured.
intention is to open the floodgates for fraudulent activities. You don't disregard the methods intentional. In good faith.
Mr. Touray, is it not the same abattoir that had some serious problems after the rain?
Yeah, that is it.
And how much did you expend in repairing it again? What was the total sum involved? As imprest given to you to repair it, how much was it?
No. I was not given imprest to repair it. It was recontracted to...
That was a new contract, right?
Yeah, Mohammed Sose.
Yes, so how much was that contract sum?
I don't know whether it's 980 or... But I can provide the documents.
Yes, please note it and you provide us with the
I can provide the documents. I can provide the documents.
Council, you may proceed.
I have 2 more. We have discussed the $400,000, so 1 more. The $15,000, I think this was a request you raised for a mobile phone, correct?
Wait,
you raised a request for a mobile phone. The voucher 21000122.
For the purchase of a phone?
Yes.
Yeah.
$15,000, yes.
Yeah, that was procured by the procurement officer, Mr. Keta.
Okay. I will reserve my comments for the CEO. Probably you have the right to just request, but it's been granted. Maybe the CEO can tell us whether it is in the budget.
No, because my phone got spoiled during the works.
Yeah. I'm assuming you may not know whether it's in the budget or not.
Well, I did ask the procurement officer before, and he told me it's budgeted for.
Okay. Why would you ask the procurement officer?
So I made my request.
Why will you ask the procurement officer? Why? You never ask the procurement officer for anything. Why would you?
Council, I told you definitely, maybe it was the way this documentation were done also, but I have been working with the procurement officer it's quite a long time, definitely, especially Mr. Keta.
Mr. Touray?
Yes.
I just want a clarification on your statement. For the statement dated the 16th of June 2023, at page 3, under the list of development projects from May 2018 to January 2023, that is on paragraph 3, where you indicated that the council embarked upon road construction, pavement, interlocking pavement blocks, which sum total was 39,406,103.08.
Yes.
And is this one and the same contract with the guy construction?
No, it's different routes.
So you also did road construction?
Yes, we have done some road construction.
Please provide us with evidence of that road construction you've done as the development director.
Okay.
Please write it down. You also said that there is the construction of the Youths for Excellence at the sum of 23,414,645.
Yes.
Yes, and you said that it is yet to be completed.
No, at that time, but it's now completed and handed
So
over.
please provide us with the certificate of completion for this, and evidence of completion of this and the payments.
Yeah, for certificate of completion, unless I try to contact Gumworks, because it was a delegated contract.
Sorry?
It was a delegated contract to Gumworks.
It is
A delegated
contract
to Gumworks, yeah.
But you as the project beneficiary, if the project is completed and a certificate of completion is issued, you as the director of planning, are you not supposed to have a copy?
No, I have not been given copies. What we do normally...
But are you supposed to request for a copy if the project is completed?
No, what we normally do is we make a site visit together.
Are you supposed to maintain a certificate of completion at your office?
Yeah, it should be. But we have not been requesting for that, definitely.
You have not been requesting?
No, when we...
Please request and let us have a copy of this.
Okay, all right.
Together with also the main office building, which is at a cost of 833,705.
Okay.
Please provide us with those documents. Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
The last issue, Mr. Touray.
Yeah.
The last issue for the day is a communication you've received from the Lord Mayoress.
Come again, communication?
You received from B.C.C, from the office of the Mayoress, Rahim Malik Law. She signed the letter. And addressed to the Director of Finance. It reads, refund of $895,000 to council. It reads, I have reliably learned that a withdrawal of $895,000 has been withdrawn from the car power payment of $3 million deposit at the Trust Bank, and has been given to Mr. Katim Touray, who is the planning director of council for the fencing of the abattoir at the Albert Market. The impression given is that this payment was made to Mr. Touray in accordance with the BOQ, the bill of quantity, and that the said amount was given as interest. I am alarmed by the nature of this transaction, by the fact that such an amount cannot be termed as interest, taking into consideration that it has to do with procurement. The process did not go through due process and was not vetted by internal audit. I am also alarmed that the auditor did not bring it before my attention. In light of this, I am calling for the amount to be refunded immediately to finance and a proof of that be forwarded to my office. I also deem it proper for the finance manager to, in future, advise council on such irregular payments, which I find contrary to council's financial procedure. You received this notification?
Yes, I have.
And the mayor was raising the issue of an impress given to you of an $895,000 impress.
Yes, I will. I will give documents. Let me explain. I will give you documents.
Yes.
I have them here.
You have what?
I have the documents here.
Okay.
But let me explain first.
Go ahead, sir.
This was a request made at a time when prices of goods were skyrocketing.
Yes.
You will wake up a day, they will tell you cement is from 280 to 285, from 285 to 300, from 300 to something like that.
Right.
So I made a request to make sure that we buy all this material and stock them on site to have defense completed.
Right.
So I haven't done that. I think maybe around midday of that very day, I was told by the finance manager, Ibudrame, that your request is at the internal audit.
Yes.
So I went to Abdullah J. Court to find out.
Right.
Then he told me I just arrived from work and I will be look at it after. When actually that was not the right thing. He has already signed all the other documents except that one. So making follow-up to him until around 2-3 o'clock when it was almost about closing time, he switched off his phone, not wanting to respond for me to reach him. On the whole, I didn't know that that was going to happen between him and the mayor. So I think that was the time when I went back to the CEO, and the CEO told the finance manager to go and prepare the check for me to receive the money so that we can buy the materials. So after receiving the monies, on my way coming to Combo, I passed through Batima to make payments when they were already about to close. I said, let me go until tomorrow. But I passed through the cement provider, the other roads, and I paid all those things before reaching home. So on the following day, that was the time I think he wrote this letter.
Yes.
That the internal auditor has informed him that I have been given this money and it's not in line with whatsoever.
Right.
So I went to the CEO and explained to him that I have already made some payment. But what he told me was, we were doing it to make sure that materials are in place before prices are escalated. So
you informed the CEO?
Yes.
So the CEO was not aware?
He was?
Not aware?
He was aware. He signed everything.
So what was there to explain?
No, I went to tell him that.
To remind him?
No, to inform him that the Lord Mayor has called me yesterday.
Okay.
That he is told that I went away with this money. I said, no, I didn't go away with this money. I was trying to buy materials to make sure that this work is carried out.
Okay.
So, but what the internal auditor told her, I don't know.
So what did the CEO tell you?
So, the Lord Mayor said I should stop the procurement until she comes. That time she traveled.
Okay.
So when she came, I think that's the time she wrote that letter.
Yes.
That the money should be refunded.
Yes.
I went back to those people that I paid the money to.
Yes.
Because I did not collect the material at that time. To make sure that I get back those monies and go and pay it back to the account.
Right.
And wrote a reply letter to her.
Yes.
Attached all the payment.
You have a letter here. You said.
Yes, I have done that.
23rd of May 2020. Reference is made from the letter written to you by the Lord Mayor of Banjul. Yeah. Dated 13th of May 2020. Copied to the Chief Executive Officer, Internal Audit and File, requesting you to inform the Director of Planning, Mr. Katim Touray, to refund the impress of $895,000. $895,385.35 bottles. For the construction of abattoir perimeter fencing, withdrawn from the car power payment of $3 million deposited at the trust bank. According to her worship, the impression given to her is that this payment was made to Mr. Touray without going through the due process. And then she is alarmed by the fact that such an amount cannot term as an impress. Attached is the two payments receipts transactions equivalent to the impress that was received from the Director of Finance for the construction of the abattoir perimeter fencing at Albert Market. I am looking forward to receiving a written letter from you that will provide me with the evidence that the Lord Mayor is aware of the payment made to the bank for the refund of the interest received. Yes. Now, what baffles me, what the issue here is even interesting. The mayoress herself is saying that the manner in which the impress was approved was even wrong. That this amount is too much for procurement without following due process. You agree with that?
No, that was her saying only.
No, but that's true.
No, I will not agree with that.
Why do you not agree with that? How can you justify this as an impress? That is a true statement. The issue is, it's not a genuine statement because she herself has been doing the same thing.
She has?
Been doing the same thing. Having impress of huge sums of money.
That is why I said impresses of even more than that has been.
Yes, but I'm just saying,
to me.
I'm just trying to tell you
so
that if it is done by X, you people at the senior management, one will realize that it's not normal. Yeah, so all of you do it and it's not normal. That's my point. But my point is the mayoress herself, the CEO, Mr. Bacheli, you have been abusing the issue of impress. I had told you this. So the statement here is correct, just not coming from the right source.
No, Council, for me, I will not say that we were abusing. For me, at that time, because prices were rising so much that I definitely...
Mr. Touray, you are not the custodian of the finances
I agree.
of Council.
I agree, but I was the one also implementing this project too, and I need a resource.
You are not supposed to be given that amount of money to go and be doing procurement. You have to agree to that. You have to agree to that.
But that
is a fact.
Agree. The process was wrong, but I ended up paying the money.
No, you see, I am not saying you did not pay the money.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell you and show you how you guys have been conducting procurement at that level. All of you people. So that it was even alarming for the mayoress, very alarming, for her to know that you have been paid more than $800,000 by way of impress, devoid of procurement procedures. It was alarming. And the reason why you had to go and collect those monies is because you knew it was wrong. You knew that. What you guys were doing, you, the CEO, and the finance director, was totally wrong. That was why you reversed it. Is that not the case?
No, the case? No, I definitely do not agree with that. My problem was...
Do you believe that you should be having money of this kind?
This is not money for me to spend on my own thing.
I'm not asking you that question. Did the financial manual allow you to have money of this kind?
But I told you earlier that I have not definitely been going by the private financial manual. I already said that.
That's it.
Very clearly. But also, working on this project also, seeing prices of materials going up every day, day by day. So we decided to say...
Not your call.
Fine.
Not your call.
Fine.
Not me. The law says that's not for you to decide.
Mr. Touray,
we have the receipts.
Mr. Touray, I believe that if we listen to one another, we will understand. And the spirit of this commission is to identify where the mistakes have. Let me go back.
No, I'm getting you, Ma. I agree there is real mistakes that is done, definitely.
So I believe where the mistakes have been identified, it is just onerous to admit the fact that it is wrong. Because even if prices are going up, you should not take it upon yourself to circumvent the rising prices. Because it's not your making.
I agree.
Let me just finish. And because this is taxpayers' money, one, and these are projects you have signed with people. So if there are discrepancies in the prices, you as the director of planning, you have the authority to make further requisition to say, as a result of X, Y, Z, this is what has happened. And it will not even come from you. It will come from the service provider to you, telling you that I signed the contract, but this is what has happened. True. Maybe you delayed in paying them, and that delay has occasioned the prices to go up, contrary to the contract price, and they are incurring losses. And this is why you sign agreement.
True.
But for most time, you do these transactions verbally, so you cannot hold them accountable. And this is why you made the mistake of taking the money and preempting price increase, which is wrong. This is all what council is trying to put across to you.
Agreed.
That it should not
Agreed.
work like that.
Agreed.
These are institutions. When you leave tomorrow, somebody is going to come after you. And the wrong notion that people have in the councils are that they are not under any control, which is absolutely false and wrong, because the law is very clear. And people are going with misguided conception that they can do whatever they want to do and get away with it, which is wrong.
Agreed.
And it's criminal. Because for any person that is holding public office, you should be able to accept the fact that you could be audited, one way or the other.
So.
And you accept that in good faith, because you took up that office, and you must be able to accept that.
So. Agreed.
So please.
Agreed, ma'am.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Yes, Council, proceed.
That's all for Mr. Touray. We will wait for the documents that he is to provide.
Thank you so much, Mr. Touray.
Yeah.
We have a lot of vouchers and documents that you will deal with when you come back. So please provide us with what you've been requested to provide, that is the retirements and all the documents we have asked you to provide. Please provide them by Monday, because Thursday I am made to understand that it is a public holiday, that is 1st of May.
Yeah, I'll go on site, whichever ones I have.
So please provide them on Monday, and we will give you time to come back. Thank you so much. And we may rise.